welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Claribel and I'm so delighted to have you guys back in my channel. Before I jump right into today's video, I just wanted to take out time to give a shout out to all of the new subscribers. I see you guys and I'm so delighted that you're part of us. So I decided to share this story because I feel like we can all learn from this story. Whether you're married, whether you're single, whether you're a friend, we can all learn from this story. So this story is about an actress named Nkechi. She's a Nigerian actress, and for the longest time she's been in the industry, and she does well. She's very good at whatever she does in the acting business. But recently she got engaged to this guy, made believe that we all thought that we're actually married, only to find out a few months ago that they weren't married because they had a huge dramatic breakup. Just like every one of us think, that's why I say social media is not what you should rely on or compare your relationship with, because people just want you to see what they want you to see. It's not what goes on behind the scene. So whilst everyone will see them post a picture, and some people will say, God, when is my own going to come? Oh, this is so cute. You know, we didn't know that there was fire on the mountain. There were things behind closed doors that we did not know about, and we weren't ready when it all started. So once upon a time, few months ago, we just saw a video that Nkechi came out and started blasting her ex-boyfriend, and they were indeed in a hot mess. So they had broken up and they came on Instagram to showcase themselves, and it was nasty. I feel like the drama that happened then was what triggered me to do my video where I talked about moving on in a classy way. I mean, it was that bad. I've never seen a breakup that dramatic on social media. It was so dramatic that it was so annoying. The guy will come out and say nasty things about Nkechi. Nkechi will come out and say nasty things about the ex-boyfriend. Supposedly he's supposed to be an honorable, but unfortunately I don't know what kind of honorable behaves like that. But anyway, so this relationship went from sweet, from God, from the sayers that would say, God, when will my own happen, to now everyone is saying, which kind boyfriend be this, or which kind of relationship be this, or in fact people are even tired of seeing them on social media. So after a while it all went down and we didn't hear nothing from them again. They have gradually gotten tired and they moved on. So we thought we've moved on from Nkechi's breakup, their relationship. So we moved on. Jejely, we're just on our own when we saw a video of Nkechi. I think I'm going to insert it here, where she went to for an interview with the ladies of The View in Nigeria. In that interview, she's talked about her ex, because they asked her a question about her ex, and so she answered by replying that her ex, they are no more together and that she has moved on, that in fact the ex was not someone that she could have dated, that the ex wasn't in a class of men that she would have dated. And boy, oh boy, I knew that this was just the beginning of another drama wrapping up. But was I wrong? I wasn't wrong, because less than 24 hours we saw a video of the guy coming out on social media to reply what Nkechi has said about him. In fact, to give his own boasters, to fire back on Nkechi, that how dare you, Nkechi, how dare you tell me that I'm not in the league of men that you would date. And that's where another drama cooked up. The guy came on social media, said nasty things about Nkechi, how Nkechi was dirty, how Nkechi, when they were intimate, she was all over the place, like she was messy, that Nkechi is very loud, that he wanted to take Nkechi to London, as if London is one of the biggest achievements on earth, and how he was going to sponsor Nkechi to school, but Nkechi is such a loud person, Nkechi's underwear is dirty, and things that a man should not be saying, or anybody, man or woman, should not be saying. I know that breakups are hard. Some people can take breakups and just move on in a matured way. Even when it hurts, there should not be this drama. I mean, what I want us to learn from this, why I decided to share this video, I was really disappointed when I heard the guy coming out to say the nasty things that he said about Nkechi. I'm like, how do a man talk like this? Like, this just takes me back to when you want to date somebody, whether Nkechi or whether a boy or a man. And Nkechi also said nasty things about this guy. I mean, things that people should not say on social media. Like, who comes out and give your life secrets on social media? Do you think social media people cares about what you put out there? You just make a fool of yourself. And it just takes me back to when you are dating someone, make sure that I've tried to avoid people that talks too much. For me, I don't even like when I see a guy that just talks. You're in a room and everywhere you're so loud, you talk, you without no boundaries. You just open your mouth and without no boundaries. I just cannot stand men like that. I know that a lot of men cannot stand a woman that talks too much. I mean, you should know where to draw the line. You should know where to stop and say, no, this information, if I put this information on the internet, how is this going to help my life? Because internet never forgets. You can say things, you can break up with someone and not come out on social media to show your dirty linen outside. Like, you think these people really care about you. And he said something kind of made me think that what he said might be true. He said something that I really picked out on. He said Nkechi loves the drama, and I feel like that's the only way she can stay relevant online, or maybe that's the way she can make her money, because people will start following her. They want to hear the gist. People love gist, so everyone just running kitty kata tiki to her page to see what she's going to drop, and Nkechi's going to fire back. People wants to get entertained, and I think that she feels that that's the only way she can entertain people and make money out of it. But money is not everything. Integrity matters a lot. Before you take your dirty linen outside, even outside social media, even in relationships, the fact that you broke up with someone or you're going through something with your spouse, be careful the kind of information that you put out there. Because what you say, it is gone. You can never take it back. So before you write a message, before you say something, think through it. The information I'm about to pass, is this something that I will look back in the future and I will be proud of what I just said? Because I know that even in relationship, we'll get angry. Maybe our spouse did something. You're going to share information on people. You say things that you're not supposed to say. And have you truly asked yourself that this information that I just passed out, in the near future, would I be proud of what I said? Especially when you're still going to be with this person. In fact, I've learned from that, because sometimes when you're angry, you just say things out of anger. And I'm a private person. There are things I must have said that I just sit back and I'm like, Clara, you said too much. This is the kind of man that would go and tell people what you do, your business. He's a loose mouth. A person that is a loose mouth, whether a woman, even women, that is a loose mouth is not a wife material, to be honest. If you cannot keep secrets, if you don't know that, no, this thing, no, I shouldn't say it, it wouldn't stay well. Because one thing I've also understand, even in relationship, there are information that you pass out, like maybe you were really having a bad time in your relationship in that, at this particular moment of your life. Because one thing about saying things is that people would forget what you say. You would forget what you say. People would not forget. They will hold on to it. In fact, because you must have said something to them about your spouse, how your spouse is this, that, or information that is just within your space that nobody else should hear aside from you and your significant other. But because you guys, had a misunderstanding, you just keep talking with no restraint and just think to say, okay, this thing I'm about to say now, no, this information, this person does not need this information. But you're such a loose mouth that you don't know how to control yourself. You just keep talking and you give out information that are not necessary in the sight of it doesn't look good in your sight and even in sight of God. And those people will take it and they will hold on to it, because people do not forget what you say. And so, if by tomorrow you and your spouse, because life happens, you might have a disagreement with your spouse and you guys are willing to work it out and move on in that relationship. You and your spouse are loving-dovey, but people are still holding on to that conversation, to what you said to them, and they look at your spouses and they think about saying, hey, you know, this is what you told me. People hold on to that. They will bring it up in the near future. Something will come up that will trigger them to say, oh, now she's showing off. Oh, look at the things she did. So you got to be careful, and that's even within your circle. Now, not to talk of the one you take to social media. I think about this. You never know where this life will take you to tomorrow. There might be opportunities waiting for you out there, but you showcase yourself, you showcase your nakedness, you know, you say things. That kind of conversation that he said about Nkechi, how Nkechi is dirty when they are intimate, how our underwears are dirty. I mean, is that the kind of information that he will look back in 5 years and be proud of it? The ones that Nkechi also said about him are these things that they will show up in 10 years. Would you be proud of that? Social media is not a place for you to showcase your dirty lineage. It's a place to socialize, let people see what the positive things that you want them to see. It's a place to sell your markets, you know, do businesses, meet, connect with people. But I don't know when social media has become a place of, it's like a court of law, you know, it's like a court. Like now people have to go there, and online in-laws or online judges will now judge your matter, and everyone will go on their bed. Your issues will become the bed talk for everyone. Breakup is nasty, but there are ways that you guys can go your separate ways without being this dramatic. Even in friendships, there are times in friendship whereby you and your friends are not together. There was a time in my life, I love, you know, one of my friends, we don't talk. I mean, we are not friends anymore. But never for one day have I said anything nasty about her. In fact, when people ask me of her, I'm like, yeah, she's fine, she's great. Because I also remember that during that relationship, there were good times. We had great times. We had great memories. Always think about that. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. My friends and I might come back again. But once you have gone ahead to say nasty things about your friend, just because you guys are not together at this particular time in your life or at this season in your life, think about it. What if my friend and I comes back tomorrow? The things that I've said to people, can I unsay those things? And when people see us together, how do they view us as friends? But the truth is, life happens, you know, people go through disagreement, and you never know what tomorrow may bring, because you guys might come back together. There are exes that have gone their separate ways for a long time, and they find themselves coming back together. So be careful. Just because both of you are not in good terms, or both of you broke up at this point, doesn't mean that there was a particular time in that relationship where everything was dovey-loving, and you guys were together. It was peaceful, it was loving. Remember those good times, and also remember that the fact that we're not together, I will forever cherish those good times. I know that when it's bad and when people hurt us, some people don't know how to manage anger. Some people just need to vent, and you know, while you're venting, you could say things that might hurt like a knife. But always remember that the internet is not where to go. If you have few friends in your circle that you feel like you can talk to, I'm not in support of even sharing such any info or trying to resolve issues, or you know, going to share your information on people. But if you find yourself doing that because you need someone to talk to, it's completely okay. But even whilst you're doing that, be careful what you share. Ask yourself, if you want to say it, think about it. This information I'm about to pass, is it really necessary? Is it something that I would, you know, I would be proud of in the nearest future? There's power in the tongue. What you let go, you can't take it back. So before you do things, before you act on social media, think about the near future. I'll be a mom one day, I'll be a wife one day. Would my future husband be proud of me if he looks back to these things? Will my children be proud of me if they look back to these things in the future? Because even if you've forgotten, the internet have not forgotten, the people on social media have not forgotten. I've also seen people that had, you know, opportunities was almost coming your way, but because of how you portrayed your pictures on social media, you go for an interview, people now look at things on social media to get you a job. You know, employers go on your social media to see, you know, what kind of characteristics you are displaying on social media. They do that before they even employ you. People do background checks, and so things, be careful, because if by God have ordained you to be a president's wife, God have ordained you to, let's say you're lucky to be one of those women that are married to a very powerful person, and God is blessing your husband. He's up there, he's progressing, and before you know it, he has this big appointment. And is this something you'll be proud of in the next future? If they start pulling your husband, your information, the nasty things you have said, they say, hey, the wife was that one that displays their displayed her madness on social media the last time. The wife was that one that had a sex scandal on social media. So let's always think about, because God might have really ordained you that you're going to be a wife of a strong and powerful man, or you're going to be a husband of a strong and powerful woman that will rule the world, that's timbers and shakers of the world. And once you've messed up, internet, do not forget. See, your circle might keep it low, but internet, do not forget, people will always dig out that information. And are those the kind of informations or things that you'll be proud of? So let's think about it. When you talk, stop being a talkative. Avoid people that talk too much. In fact, if you have a friend that is a talker, say be careful what information you say to this person, because you never know. Because if their mouth is always running, they don't have control, they are loose mouth, it will put you in trouble. Those kind of people that are the ones that can never keep your secrets, they can never be loyal to you, because everything you say to them, they will run and tell it to someone else. Even in the midst of my pain, I've learned to just be quiet sometimes, being quiet. And if you don't have to talk, switch off your phone, be around families and friends that are genuinely there for you, but not on social media. I just feel like a lot of things have been going wrong on social media, and this should not continue. And yeah, I guess I'll end my video here today. I hope you've learned one or two things, and I guess I'll catch you guys in my next video. Like I always do at the end of my video, you are loved, you are kind, you are special, you are beautiful, you are worthy, you are valuable. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.